Other things that we have to remember is when an object is thrown upwards at the highest point, what will happen? So when it is going up, its speed is decreasing, its speed becomes zero, and then it comes back. So at the highest point, what all things we know? Can I say at highest point, speed equal to zero, or the body is at rest? So body is at rest for a moment. Now do for a moment, and then what will happen? The direction of motion changes. So at highest point, whenever I throw an object upwards, so it goes to a maximum height. Uh, then what will happen? Then it stays. Its speed becomes zero for a small moment of time, and then its direction of motion changes. Right. So at the highest point, what will be the speed of the body? It will be zero, or speed or velocity, whatever you got. You can consider that to be zero. Bhumika, when object comes down, then G comes into picture. See, G comes into picture both cases, when objects are thrown up or thrown down. Because when the object is thrown up, it is because of G it is slowing down. If G was not there, the object would never come back to us again. So G would be there in any motion. It is thrown up, thrown down, thrown horizontally, thrown vertically. Any way you throw it, acceleration due to gravity would exist. I hope that is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so G would be there. Don't think that G is there only when the objects are thrown down or when the motion is downward. It is there both in upward motion and downward motion. Yeah, A is negative because A is negative in both the cases, when it is going up as well as when it is coming down. Because we consider upward motion as positive. Anything which is directed upwards is positive. Anything that is directed downwards is negative. Got it? Yeah, when we do questions, you will understand this. In fact, in a better way, right? So hold on for a while. So A less than 0 means it is negative. Okay. So now let's start with a simple question. A body is thrown up with a velocity of, or with a speed of, I'll say 40 meter per second, right? So with a speed of 40 meter per second, find the time taken by the body to reach highest point. That is first part. Second, reach ground. So you can take G equal to 10 meter per second. Magnitude of G is 10 meter per second square. I'm not telling you the direction. So you have to decide which direction you have to take. I hope the question is clear. A body is thrown up with a speed of 40 meter per second. Find the time taken by the body to reach the highest point and reach ground. Got it? So what is happening? The body goes up and then comes down. You're required to find the time taken to go up as well as time taken to come down, or the total time. So can you try? Just try it. I hope the question is clear to all of you.
Sir, so in second case, we have to find the total time.
Yes, you're required to find the total time. Prachi, any doubt? Sahas and Sahil are following. So Bhumika is okay, fine. So Bhumika is ready with the answer. Akshay, any what about?
Sir, for the first case, it is 4 seconds, sir. I found out. I'm finding out the second case.
Okay, good. Good evening, Anushka. Anushka, you are the new student.
This
Anushka, you're a new student, right? This is the first class that you're attending for physics. Okay, so we're doing, a few applications of acceleration. I hope you can follow that. So just let me know if you have any issues. Right? Try this question. Just check whether you can do this question. Okay, let me do this. Of course, most of you got it right. What all things we know? It's thrown up. I'll just do it here. First case. What is initial velocity? It is thrown up at the speed of 40 meter per second. So it is upwards 40 meter per second. What is the acceleration? Minus 10 meter per second square. What is final velocity? 0. Right? So which of the formulas can I use from the above? Which expression can be used to find the time? I'll name it. First one, second one, or third one. Which expression would help us to find time? First one, right? So just put it. I'll use V equal to U plus 80. I know it's a simple one, but we are building up tempo for doing questions which are more challenging. So 0 equal to 40 plus minus 10 into t. So from this, what will I get? I'll get 10t equal to 40 or t equal to 4 seconds. Got it? Now, second case, how would I do this? Now, I can't use v equal to 0 for second case, right? How would we do second case? First case, yeah, done it. Second case, how would we do it? Yeah, second case, how would we do this? What all things we know for the second case? This is first case. I'm pretty sure everyone has done it very well. On most of you gave me questions, answers for this. Second case. What do we know in second case? We know u equal to 40 meter per second. It doesn't change. Acceleration due to gravity is also doesn't change. What else we need? So what I do is it goes up and comes down. So what is the displacement of the body? When it goes up and comes down, what is displacement? The body goes up and comes down. Then what is the displacement? Displacement would be 0, right? Yeah. So displacement, I'll use the third part as s equal to 0. Now, which equation can I use to find time? So we'll be using which equation? Second equation, right? Yeah, second equation. Substitute it. I'll use s equal to ut plus half at square. So 0 equal to 40 into t plus half into minus 10 t square. From this, what will we get? 40t equal to 5t square, or that will imply t equal to 8 seconds. Is this clear to all of you? Is that clear? Arnav is slow today. What happened, Arnav? Arnav, Akshayani, Nimrita, your answers are not yet coming. Tarun, you're a new student in this class. Why I took acceleration equal to 10 in first case? See, acceleration is equal to 10 meter per second square, right? Acceleration due to gravity is always constant. And it is given g. A is g. What is A? A equal to g. That is given. I think I wrapped it off. So it was given in the question that g equal to 10 meter per second square. It's written here, right? In the question, it is given that g is 10 meter per second square. What is A? A equal to g. Fine.
So can you explain the second case once again?
See, Bhumika, I think many people have this problem regarding the direction. Arnav and Bhumika, that generally because calculations will be easier, what we do is we tend to take during downward motion, acceleration as positive, right? But does the position of Earth change when the body is coming down? It doesn't, right? So that means what? The force that Earth is applying on the body remains same whether it is going up or going down. So it cannot change. So that's why, be it upward motion or downward motion, what will happen? Acceleration due to gravity would be always negative. Why is it negative? Because by convention, we consider anything that is directed upwards as positive and anything that is directed downwards as negative. I hope that's clear. Bhumika, I hope that's clear. I think that's the same question. Prachi, you also had the same doubt. Yeah, Arnav, let me explain the question that Arnav asked, or otherwise, how did we use this expression? Now, when a body is thrown up vertically, it goes up and comes down, right? If it goes up and comes down, what is I can say initial and final points are same. Initial and final points are same. Fine. So if initial and final points are same, what is the displacement? Displacement is 0. I hope that's clear, Adnan. That was the only place where you might have a problem.
Yes, sir. Sir, so the total time will be 8 plus 4, 12.
No, it's 8. Total is 8. Because what is my initial point? I'm starting from here and reaching the same point. Got it? The total time would be 8. So time taken for upward journey would be 4. And time taken for downward journey would be 4. So 4 plus 4 would be 8. Yeah, Bhumika, I'm coming to your doubt. Can we find second case by method 1? Prachi, not directly. If we are using method 1, you need to know something else. Either final velocity, but we don't know what is the final velocity of the body, right? Or you have to know displacement. We don't know what is the displacement also. So we cannot directly use any other first method. However, if I can find the final velocity using v square minus u square equal to 2as and then use that p, then I can do it. I hope that's clear. No, final will not be 0, right? When it is, see, I'm throwing it with 40 meter per second. It is going up, reaching 0 and coming down, and its velocity is something else. We'll find final velocity also. We'll find final. Okay, yeah, I will find final velocity also. We'll find other parameters also. Let me clarify Bhumika's doubt. So the convention that we follow is what? Everything directed upwards. And everything that is directed upwards is taken as positive. Everything that is directed downwards is taken as negative. Fine. So here is Earth. Here is the body. In which direction the Earth is pulling the body, upwards or downwards? Earth pulls the body upwards or downwards?
Sir, downwards.
Yeah.
Downwards.
Downwards, right? So,
Downwards.
so acceleration due to gravity is in which direction? Downwards. If I'm throwing a body upwards, in which direction is acceleration due to gravity? Downwards only. If a body is thrown downwards, even in this case, acceleration due to gravity is in which direction? Downwards only. So here also it is negative. Here also it is negative. I hope it is clear. So direction in which the body is thrown doesn't affect the gravitation due to Earth. So that's why acceleration due to gravity would always be negative. I hope that's clear, Bhumika. And others. So don't think that in downward motion acceleration becomes positive. Acceleration remains negative. Is that fine? Yeah, because Prachi asked one more doubt in this. So we'll take that as a question. I'll just wrap this. The question remains same. The next part is find velocity with which the object hits ground. Find velocity with which object hits ground. You're required to find the velocity with which object would hit ground. Yes?
Sir, is it minus 40?
You're asking me question. So your answer is minus 40. Let's check. Let everyone do it. Then we'll see whether it is correct or wrong. Right?
Sir,
Anushka, you can type the answer. Or you can, yeah, you can unmute yourself, answer it. Anushka, I didn't hear properly. Can you answer it again? Or at least type it? Satvika, is it 40 or minus 40? You're giving me so many answers. Minus 40, 40, 80. Okay, Anushka got minus 40. Tarun, 0. Fine. Tarun, why is it 0? I think almost all of you gave me the answer, apart from Sahil. Sahil, you're there? Okay, so let's see, what do I get? So I'll just rub this part. What all things we know? We have u equal to 40 meter per second. And what else do we know? A equal to minus 10 meter per second square. I can either use this equation or this equation because I already found time. Time we have already found to be 8 seconds, right? I'll use this equation because I'm not very comfortable with squares. Of course, even if you use this equation, you'll get the answer. So I'll use the formula V equal to U plus A. So V equal to U is how much? 40 plus A is minus 10 into A. So V equal to 40 minus 80. What will be the answer? Minus 40 meter per second, right? So answer is minus 40 meter per second, as most of you got it. What does the negative sign signify? What does the negative sign signify here? So what does the negative sign signify? It is downward. Because we're finding velocity. Velocity is a vector quantity. So if it is a vector quantity, I should have both magnitude and direction, right? So negative sign says it is
Downward.
downwards, right? Sahas, you took 0, so it's not 0, it is 40. I hope it is clear now. Is that clear to all of you? Now, Bhumika, I think your previous doubt is also clear. So we are taking acceleration as negative for the whole case and we're getting the answer. Fine. Let's go one step ahead because all of you answered it right, apart from Sahas. Sahas also got it correct now. Tarun, did you get that? Tarun, did you follow it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, let's go for the next part. I'll say, so what is G? G is here. G is 10 meter per second square. You can take it. Next part of the question is find distance covered by the body. Or otherwise, I'll say find maximum height reached by the body. Okay, fine. So Tarun, 0 is the displacement. We are required to find the maximum height. So again, what all things we know? What is initial velocity? U equal to 0. What is final velocity at the highest point? It is 0. What is acceleration equal to? Minus 10, or G, that is equal to minus 10 meter per second. So this is what we know. What are we required to find? We are required to find S. I know V, I know U, I know A. I need to find S. So I'll use the formula V square minus U square equal to 2AS. Or S equal to V square minus U square, right? What is S here? Height, H. V is 0 square minus U square is how much? U is not 0, U is 40. So 40 square by A is minus 10. Is that okay? Just check it. So from this, what is H equal to? I'm getting minus of 40 into 40 by minus 10. So this cancels. So what am I getting? I'm getting 160 meters. Did I miss something? I missed it 2. So it should be 2. That is 80 meters. So what would be the answer? Answer would be 80 meters. Just check it, all of you. Did you get 80 meters? Did you, all the people who got 240, 220, 320? Is that clear to all of you? So I hope it is clear. So that sign of acceleration due to gravity is very important. If you take it as less 10, your answer would be wrong. So what is the maximum height? 80 meters. I hope that's clear to all of you. Tarun, Arnav, Sahas, Bhumika, you got 80 as well as 240, right? Satvika, all of you. So acceleration due to gravity is always negative. Fine. Now the next part is find the total distance. Find the total distance covered till it reaches ground. So from the time it is projected till it reaches ground, can you find the total distance covered? Very good, Tarun. So it is 160 meters. 160 meters. Is that clear to all of you?